Was my memory hacked? I mean, it sounds like a line from a sci-fi movie, right? But in the age of AI, it's a question we might all have to start asking ourselves. Today, we're going to break down a brand new and honestly pretty creepy experiment that gets right to the heart of that very question.
Okay, let's just dive right in. Picture this. You're scrolling through your feed and you see a video that looks totally legit. Maybe it's Elon Musk at a press conference, dead serious, announcing he's packing up and moving to Mars next week. Or, hey, maybe it's a clip of Donald Trump doing something so completely bizarre, it just breaks the internet. You see it, you remember it, you might even tell your friends about it. But what if it was fake? And more importantly, what if your brain decided to file that fake event away as a real memory?
Well, that's not science fiction anymore. New research from the brilliant minds at the MIT Media Lab shows that generative AI isn't just about making funny pictures or fake videos. It's actually becoming a tool that can actively plant false memories in your mind, making you remember things that are just plain wrong, or maybe never even happened in the first place.
Now, to really get how this is even possible, we got to start with a fundamental truth about our own brains. Your memory is not a perfect recording. It's not some high-def camera capturing every single detail with perfect accuracy. Nope. It's way more like a Wikipedia page that you, and sometimes other people, can go back and edit. It's surprisingly malleable.
And that leads us to this concept of a false memory. Basically remembering something that's either completely made up or seriously twisted from the truth. The absolute pioneer in this field is Elizabeth Loftus, who, get this, is actually a co-author on this very paper. We're talking decades ago, she proved you could plant false memories in people's minds just by asking suggestive questions. So now the big question is, what happens when you replace a simple suggestion with incredibly powerful AI?
So that brings us right to the core of it all, the AI memory hack experiment itself. Let's break down exactly how these researchers put AI's power to the test, to see if it could really bend our grasp on reality.
The setup was just brilliantly simple. First, people looked at a bunch of original, totally normal pictures, just to get a baseline memory. Second, to kind of wipe their short-term memory slate clean, they played a filler game, in this case, 2 minutes of Pac-Man. Third, and this is the most important part, they were shown a modified version of those same images. And finally, they were tested on what they remembered from the originals.
So they took 200 people and split them into 4 groups to really see what the AI was doing. The control group, they just saw the original photos again. Easy enough. The second group saw AI animated videos of those same originals. Group 3 saw still photos that had been subtly tweaked by AI. And that fourth group, they got the whole shebang, AI animated videos of the AI edited photos.
And check this out, the edits they made weren't these crazy over-the-top deepfakes. They were subtle, quiet changes that shift the whole context. So for instance, look at this. The AI just slightly changes these women's faces from neutral to smiling. Or here, it changes the gender of one person in the group. And in this example, it takes a photo of soldiers and just, poof, removes their military uniforms. The people are the same, the place is the same, but the meaning is completely different. These are the kinds of sneaky changes that can just slip right past our defenses.
All right, so the stage is set. People saw the real thing, got distracted, then saw a fake version. So the billion-dollar question is, what did they remember? Well, the results are genuinely alarming. They show a real power these tools have to literally rewrite our personal history.
2.05 times.
What does that number mean? That's the increase in false memories for the group that saw the most manipulated stuff, the AI videos of the AI-edited pictures. They were more than twice as likely to have a false memory of the original event compared to the people who saw no manipulation at all.
And this chart, it tells the whole story perfectly. You can literally see how each extra layer of AI manipulation just created more false memories. The control group, they had about a 19% false memory rate, which is kind of normal. But show them the AI-edited still photos, and that jumps up to over 31%. And then, when you combine both, showing them an AI-animated video of the edited image, it just skyrockets to almost 39%. It's a clear stair-step right into memory distortion.
But here's the real kicker. It wasn't just that people were misremembering things. They were incredibly confident about their mistakes. The researchers themselves said this was the most disconcerting aspect. It's one thing to be wrong, but it's a whole other thing to be wrong and be absolutely sure you're right.
So, okay, this is fascinating stuff for a psychology lab, but why does any of this matter out here in the real world? Well, the implications for our own memories in this new age of AI are massive, and they go way, way beyond the lab.
So the research makes this really important distinction. We're all starting to get a little wary of those big, obvious deepfakes, but these AI edits are different. They're sneakier. They take something that's totally real, like one of your own family photos, and just tweak it a tiny bit. And because the foundation is real, our brains are way less likely to have their guard up, which makes these little changes potentially way more dangerous.
And this whole thing leads to two huge dangers, which are laid out perfectly here. The top row shows the personal risk. You use an AI filter to make a photo from a party look a little better. Over time, your actual memory of that party starts to fade, and it gets replaced by the enhanced, fake version. Then the bottom row shows the risk to all of us. Imagine an eyewitness to a crime whose phone automatically improves their photo, maybe removing a key detail. Later on, in court, their memory has shifted to match the edited photo, completely corrupting their testimony.
But, like any powerful new technology, it's not all doom and gloom. The researchers are really careful to point out that this is a double-edged sword. The same tech that can distort our memories might also have the power to help heal them.
I mean, think about it. Could this technology be used for therapy? Maybe help people who have PTSD to reframe traumatic memories so they're less painful? Or, on a simpler level, could you use it to just enhance good memories? Take a photo from a really happy day that was kind of gloomy and use AI to make it look sunny, strengthening that feeling of joy you associate with it. The potential is definitely there.
Which leaves us with this one final massive question. We're walking into a world where the records of our own past, the photos and videos we've always trusted, are no longer stable. When our memories can be edited as easily as a picture, and when we believe those edits with total confidence, what does that actually mean for our shared sense of reality? What does it mean for our future?